You probably got plenty about what Train Mountain is all about.
No, I've never been here before.
Oh, well, have you had a train ride?
No. Well, I have over at over there at Deadwood, Robinson.
You need to hop on one of the passenger trains here and take a ride around today.
Oh, okay.
And they're about to have the big parade, which has become a last Saturday tradition for the triennial meets.
Okay.
All the trains will group over here in the main yard, and they do a group photograph, have a big whistle toot.
Oh my.
Horns and whistles go off at the same time, and then the locomotives parade one at a time out through the main station and then out onto the railroad.
Do you have a train of your own, Pat?
Oh yeah. I didn't bring it along this time. It's in Alaska.
Oh, what's your railroad, your train
My
line?
railroad at home is called the Alaska Central. We've had a group together for 34 years called the Alaska Live Steamers.
Okay.
We built 2 railroads. Right now we're located next door to the Museum of Alaska Transportation and Industry in Wasilla. And it's a pretty active group, at least in the summer.
Now, where's Wasilla?
Wasilla is an hour north of Anchorage on the Parks Highway,
All right.
toward Fairbanks, and probably the fastest growing community in Alaska. And we've been on the current site for about 13 years.
Okay.
It's the largest hobby railroad in the world, according to Guinness. It's on probably about 400 acres at this point, but there are many more hundreds of acres that it can expand into. And right now there are 24 miles of track that was all laid by volunteer labor. The hobbyists, once it reached a critical mass and people had a sense of how grand it was going to be, they wanted to come join the party and help build this phenomenal thing. And it has attracted people from all over. There are literally dozens of people who have moved into the area and have chosen to retire here so they can spend their time working at Train Mountain and enjoying the facility.
Yeah. People have moved to this area just for that, huh?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes. And I can't imagine that it isn't good for any community to have a retiree with a stable income.
Oh yeah, I would think so. Come and bring your money.
Well, we were at that point.
one of the neat things about this hobby is that the participants come from all walks of life. Some of them have very modest setups, and yet they're having as much fun with the hobby. And other people have very elaborate, very expensive pieces of equipment. And when it comes time to go out and work on the track, you'll see a crew of guys working hard next to each other with shovels. And there is likely going to be a janitor here, a mechanic here, an attorney here, and a lawyer right next to him, and all of them are laughing and joking and working hard to get the job done and participating in the hobby. The equipment that's running around, a lot of the diesel locomotives can be purchased ready to run. You get them delivered to you, you turn the key, and you're rolling down the track.
You're talking about $100,000 or so.
Oh no, those small locomotives can be purchased for a few $1,000s.
Oh. What do you mean, like a few? Like
4 or 5.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, and there are some that are even less expensive than that. There are some battery locomotives, some of the smaller ones that can be purchased ready to run for between $1,000 and $2,000. So you know, people can get started in the hobby without much
affordable.
investment.
Okay.
You bet. Some people don't even start with a locomotive. They spend a few $100s and either purchase or build some riding cars and come to the track, and someone else with a locomotive will be happy to carry them around. You know.
Now you're telling me some people build them. They buy the raw cast.
Most of the steam locomotives that you'll see running around have been built by the owners. These are fellows who have lathes and milling machines at home. Their garage is often set up just like a private machine shop, and they may purchase the rough castings from people and machine them all, and they build that machine very much themselves. You can imagine building a car or a motorcycle from scratch. Some of them even have their own foundries at home where they make the patterns and pour the molten metal to make the rough parts and then machine it on their own equipment. So there's every level of participation. There are folks who spend a little bit of money and get right out on the tracks. Well, just about everybody does that. And then later on they might get in and literally spend 5 years or 10 years of their free time building this magnificent scale replica of a working steam locomotive that is every bit a real working railroad engine.
Well, thank you. Well, there's a bunch of them around here. I've never seen so many little trains. I guess every year they have some kind of a thing here.
Well, every year they do have regular meets, but this is a triennial event. The first one was in 2000, then 2003, 2006, of course, that we're at now, and then the next one will be 2009. And the reason that they chose every 3 years is because again, the magnitude of this. There are people, not only are there people who have come from Australia, there are people who have crated up their miniature trains and shipped them from Australia just so they could have them here to run on this railroad. And a person couldn't afford to do that every year or even every other year, so
No.
that's why the event is a triennial thing, and that's why it is so big. There are people who save money and plan their vacations and orchestrate their lives for 3 years just to get ready for this event.
Wow.
I'm not even sure what pad she's writing it down on. It'll be safer if you do it with her. I'll come back a little bit. What were you looking for? Huh? For
Well, there's 93 that run on steam, huh?
Yeah, and then they got all those other things out there, all the diesels and stuff.
Oh. My.
Well, they're later on. They're assembling.
They're assembling for the picture.
This train just comes in pieces and
It
you
comes
assemble
in a
it?
box, yes.
Oh my. And
you
you
have
put
to
it
put it together and paint it, and,
Oh.
but it runs on 2 batteries,
Oh.
marine batteries.
Uh-huh. Just little batteries looks like. Oh, I see
Yeah,
there's
but
one
they're
in the
heavy
car.
batteries.
Oh, okay. Why?
And,
Interesting.
they also sell flat cars, and our flat car is on their
Oh, somebody else is pulling it.
Yep.
Okay. All right. What is the least expensive? This is an electric one. Was it about
These-
$3,000 or?
These,
Yeah.
1600.
16. Oh, that is lower price. Okay, I didn't know they made them that cheap.
Well, when we found that out, he needed something he could play with, so.
And that is an engine. Yeah.
It is.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, one of those little electric. Okay. Yeah. Huh. Well, that is something.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. You got big batteries. Okay.
Yes, he does.
Oh, and he's got horns in there too.
Yes, he does.
Okay. Boy, that's pretty fancy.
He doesn't have to bend over to.
Well,
do
he's got
control.
all kinds of stuff there. Power brake horn. Wow. What's ditch for? In case you drive in the
He's
ditch?
got ditch lights on it.
Oh, okay.
He's got little ditch lights on
And
it.
this is electric.
Yep.
My.
This is one of Plum Cove Studios electrics.
Plum Coat Studio.
Yep.
Okay.
They've also got the little green one here at the front of this row.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's got a
Okay.
picture of it. Oh, that's a cute little thing. Did you make that yourself?
Yep.
You
So
did?
that's basically.
Wow.
First I rolled some of the steel, rolled the aluminum, then I cast the aluminum, and after that it was easy.
Oh,
All I had
really?
to do was machine forge, drill,
What?
tap, weld, and stuff like that.
You made your own pressure tank and everything?
Oh yeah, the boiler.
Oh my. What are you burning in
Like I
it?
said, after I made the metal, it was pretty easy.
Oh. What are you burning there?
Pine cones.
Pine cones? Well,
Yeah.
of all things.
Well, they're everywhere.
Well, that's pretty cheap fuel.
You got it.
Huh.
Not getting good fuel economy right now because I'm sitting still.
Yeah. Well, it takes about an hour or so to heat this thing up, I suppose.
No, not really.
Oh, not that long, huh?
Say it was about a half hour.
Ah, of course, pine cones probably burn pretty hot.
You want the engine to run a little bit?
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, hey, that's pretty neat.
It's a 3-speed
Ah,
transmission.
and it's on the
Stand
outside.
slow, going nowhere, and losing ground.
Oh, okay. Well, that is something. Huh. It probably took you a while to build that, didn't it?
Well, yeah, it took me 10 years basically.
10 years, wow.
10 winters anyhow when I had time.
Oh, wow.
When winters along in Montana, so that helps.
Well, that's a cute one. It's different than the others.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Well,
You're
all the
right,
others-
That's the best part about it.
Yeah, all the others look like, you know, like regular engines, and this one's different.
Well, this is real close to the prototype.
Oh, it is. There is one that looks like that.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
Oh, okay. I don't know.
This
I've
is
never seen
standoffish,
one.
okay, but I mean, the operator is different, so you had to put some of the controls in the back.
Okay.
So the motor is 90 degrees. You know, the original cliche, Bob Maynard, early in live steam about 20 years ago, he wrote a series of articles. But I took that and started modifying it.
Okay.
And I took a little bit of Kozo's when he showed how to make cube bevel gears and bevel gears.
Uh-huh.
I made those. So
Oh.
the gears are cut myself.
You're
and the rest
from
of the gears, Montana.
you're from Montana. Okay. And do you mind being on Eugene television?
No, I don't mind
Doesn't
at all.
mind? Okay, good.
That's okay with you?
All right, thank you.
Sure.
What? Do they always do a Canadian one?
What runs that? You just give it as much steam as you want it to
Pardon
go,
me?
huh? You just have to give it a certain amount of steam to make it go? Is that what you do?
Well-
What those things are for?
Actually, there's a variety of things we can use for different things. This guy here is our check valve, our blow-off valves on the side that if there's any moisture in the cylinder, it pops it out.
Oh.
Once we get going, we put that forward, and then it closes the cocks, and all of the steam comes through to create draft. Okay. This is our blower. This is our gas valve because this is propane fired.
Oh, it's propane operated.
That's right,
Oh, okay.
propane fired. If it was oil fired, like these ones probably were when they were, the railroad was burning coal and these probably burning oil. Most of the Western Canadian engines from fairly early on burn oil
Oh, okay.
as opposed to coal. These two valves on the outside are linked with these two, and they are the injectors. For example, if I were to open the water flow, you can
Oh,
see a
yeah,
little
I
water
see some
flow
water
there.
coming out.
Now, I can suck that water up,
Ah,
and now the water is going into the boiler.
oh, okay.
Because you've got to put water in the boiler, okay?
Oh.
And because as you use it, the steam comes out.
Yeah.
You don't recapture the steam. It's got to.
Yeah.
It goes up the stack. So you have to continue to take water from the tender, put it into the boiler.
Oh, you've got water in here.
Yeah, the first
Oh,
two
okay.
sections are that. This one is the steam brake. We've got a steam brake on the locomotive. We've got a manual brake on the tender. And we have a air brakes on the cars behind us.
Oh,
we've got
stop.
three
Going down
Chris
here.
gone there. We got three forms of braking ability.
Oh, okay.
So that if we're coming down the hill, we want to stop. We've got, quite a bit of stopping power.
Oh, okay.
This guy here, of course, you know what he does. He blows the whistle, but I'm not going to blow the whistle because everybody thinks it's 3 minutes to go.
Okay.
And so basically that's it.
Okay. All right. What's the name of your railroad?
It's called the Assiniboine Valley Railway.
And where you at? Oh, in Winnipeg.
Yes.
Oh, okay. And you brought these down on your trailer
We
truck?
have a trailer, yes.
Oh, okay.
We have two trains actually. The diesel back there also.
Which diesel is that?
The one right in this train. Like it's hooked
Oh,
in that way
okay.
back.
Oh, okay, right back. All right.
It'll actually run out as a separate train. We could run together or we could run separately today.
Oh, okay. I see. Well, thank you for the information. Appreciate
You're
it.
very welcome. That'll do. I might pull you ahead just a little. But I've already noted down my credit card.
Looking for a young man.
Is that real coal that you're putting in there? You're burning real coal in there?
Yep.
Oh,
Real short notice.
why? Just like the real thing. Okay. Huh.
Yeah. Well, I checked with the guy with the fancy Canadian stuff, and he.
What you doing? You have to line it up with the tracks, huh? All right. Well, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4 batteries in it. Huh. Oh yeah. Well, I've got probably, oh my, half hour. Doesn't it have a whistle? Doesn't have no whistle? Okay. No whistle on that one.